Hello, how are you? My name is Aisha, and today I would like to speak to you guys about the Tuskegee experiments. This was an experiment done on black men. They were given syphilis without them knowing about it. They were told they had bad blood. They were never cured, and they were basically used as lab rats. So I'm going to give you a little rundown on what syphilis is, and then I will read you an article about what happened to these men. So, syphilis is a bacterial infection usually spread by sexual contact that starts as a painless sore. Okay, it can be spread through unprotected sex, through the vagina, anal, or oral sex. It can be spread by blood products, unclean needles, or unscreened blood, and it can be passed on from mother to baby by pregnancy, labor, or nursing. So these are the symptoms of syphilis. The first stage involves a painless sore on the genitals, rectum, or mouth. After the initial sore heals, the second stage is characterized by a rash. Then, there are no symptoms until the final stage, which may occur years later. The final stage can result in damage to the brain, nerves, eye, or heart. People may experience in their groin painless ulcers, sores, vagina discharge, or wart-like growths on genitals. They can experience skin rashes, small bumps, or ulcers. Also very common in syphilis patients is fatigue, itching, mouth ulcer, rash on the palms and soles, sore throat, swollen lymph nodes, weight loss, and rectal lining inflammation. So this is a pretty serious disease. This is not something to play with, yet they gave this disease to hundreds of men. So the article that I'll be reading today is from the CDC. You can read it at cdc.gov. I'll also have it in the description box. This article is called U.S. Public Health Service Syphilis Study at Tuskegee. So this article is actually in 3 parts. I'll read the heading and of each part, as well as, giving you guys the information on this study. So, the study begins. In 1932, the Public Health Service, working with the Tuskegee Institute, began a study to record the natural history of syphilis in hopes of justifying treatment programs for blacks. It was called the Tuskegee Study of Untreated Syphilis in the Negro Male. The study initially involved 600 black men, 399 with syphilis, 201 who did not have the disease. The study was conducted without the benefit of patients' informed consent. Researchers told the men they were being treated for bad blood, a local term used to describe several ailments, including syphilis, anemia, and fatigue. In truth, they did not receive the proper treatment needed to cure their illness. In exchange for taking part in the study, the men received free medical exams, free meals, and burial insurance. Although originally projected to last 6 months, the study actually went on for 40 years. What went wrong? In July 1972, an Associated Press story about the Tuskegee study caused a public outcry that led the Assistant Secretary for Health and Science Affairs to appoint an ad hoc advisory panel to review the study. The panel had 9 members from the fields of medicine, law, religion, labor, education, health administration, and public affairs. The panel found that the men had agreed freely to be examined and treated. However, there was no evidence that researchers had informed them of the study or its real purpose. In fact, the men had been misled and had not been given all the facts required to provide informed consent. The men were never given adequate treatment for their disease. Even when penicillin became the drug of choice for syphilis in 1947, researchers did not offer it to the subjects. The advisory panel found nothing to show that subjects were ever given the choice of quitting the study, even when this new highly effective treatment became widely used. So you're dealing with some sick people. So I gave you the rundown on what syphilis was. These people had to be enduring lots and lots of pain, especially after 40 years. I don't know if many of them made it, with syphilis the whole entire 40 years, but that's a pretty sick experiment to conduct on unwilling participants. The study ends and reparation begins. The advisory panel concluded that the Tuskegee study was ethically unjustified. The knowledge gained was sparse when compared with the risk the study posed for its subjects. In October 1972, the panel advised stopping the study at once. A month later, the Assistant Secretary for Health and Scientific Affairs announced the end of the Tuskegee study. In the summer of 1973, a class action lawsuit was filed on behalf of the study participants and their families. In 1974, a $10 million out-of-court settlement was reached. As part of the settlement, the U.S. government promised to give lifetime medical benefits and burial services to all living participants. The Tuskegee Health Benefit Program was established to provide these services. In 1975, wives, widows, and offspring were added to the program. In 1995, the program was expanded to include health as well as medical benefits. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention was given responsibility for the program, where it remains today in the National Center for HIV/AIDS, viral hepatitis, STD, and TB prevention. The last study participant died in January 2004. The last widow receiving THBP benefits died in January 2009. There are 11 offspring currently receiving medical and health benefits. So once again, this is from the cdc.gov. This experiment, they keep calling it a study, but it's an experiment. You didn't do anything for this group of men. You didn't help them in the long run. You basically sabotaged their life. They probably were wondering why they had all these ailments, and you still continued to study them like the pieces of garbage that you truly are. Congratulations, you did a bang-up job, America. These kind of things should piss everybody off. It shouldn't matter what color you are. It shouldn't matter what race you are. It shouldn't matter what religion you are. No one deserves to be treated like a lab rat. We look over all the things that have happened to Black Americans because they simply haven't happened to other Americans. We tell Black Americans, you should take the shot, you should go to the doctor, you should trust medical professionals. But as you can see, medical professionals have not always had our best interests. Okay? They've always done everything to hurt Black America, it seems like. I don't know. If you don't want to go to the doctor, if you don't want to get this new vaccine, I'm totally with you. I totally understand where you're coming from. We do not deserve to be their guinea pigs. No one deserves to be their guinea pigs. There are a lot of people that will take money and they will be the guinea pig with a smile on their face. Yet you took these black men that thought they were getting treated for bad blood, and that were willing to take free meals and free medical, and you totally did them dirty. You didn't even have any kind of courage inside of you to say, hey, we should stop this experiment. You kept it going. You let these men suffer. And now we're supposed to trust you. So this is America. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you listening. I hope this taught you something. I hope this shows you that basically America is just not for all of us. It seems like it's just for a certain group of people. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bye.